Howdy. Hello, everybody. Oh my god, I'm dying. How is everybody doing? Please let me know if the music's too loud, because every single time I come back to Danganronpa, I have to readjust every single mix, or every single volume slider I have in my mixer, because, once again, this game is horribly equalized. It's just loud. Blast my ears out every time I open the game. I also don't know why the opening movie for this game is like 10 times louder than everything else in the game. It like jump scares me every time. Anyway. Are my ads done? My ads are done. Okay. I figured out a way to just straight up run the ads immediately. It do be a PSP game? Yeah, you're right. I feel like every single PSP game was just like audio sucked. Great music, just none of it was level. Like oh my god, the Persona 4 soundtrack. If you played that original game on the PSP, you know how loud that opening movie is. Same deal. Loud as all shit. I think I'm gonna start going through my card collection to see if I have anything worth more than a few cents. Honestly, maybe I should do that too. I've been meaning to do another card opening, but I literally can't get my hands on a set of Prismatic Evolutions, because we all know how that's going, especially if you're a Pokemon fan. My ears getting destroyed by the Patapon 3 opening. Yeah, every single PSP opening movie, just like nobody leveled that shit. I swear every single person just guessed when mixing the audio on that. And they were just like, yeah, loud as fuck. Anyway, how's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday? I have disabled my karaoke redeem temporarily because for the last 2 days, I don't know what's been up with my throat, but my voice just decided to fuck itself up. So, if I sound a little nasally or, like, fucked up, just ignore it. Just, if I sound like I'm going through puberty, yeah. They can hear it good enough. Yeah, I think that's what they said when they were developing any PSP game. Alive? That's great. That's all you really need. Have you hydrated? So yeah. I'm gonna attempt to do, like, the Monokuma voice and everything. But if I sound weird, just don't comment on it. Don't know why I sound so nasally. It just happened. But yeah, we're back on Danganronpa. And there are 2 ways that this stream can go. I am on the 5th class trial, which means... Meta that. Have you ever met a fucking girl before? That is not what that means. You sound very soundant. Are you talking about my mic or are you talking about my voice? Because if it's I feel like I'm gonna have to say that every single time somebody comes in. Guys, for the last, like, 2 days, my voice just decided to, like, nah, I'm out. So I've been sounding pretty nasally for the last, like, 2 days. Hoi hoi, hi TDK, how are you? Also, do you have, like, a specific nickname do you go by? Or, like, anything you prefer being called? Or is it just TDK? Nah, I'm joking. Okay. You sound fine to me? Great. Because I swear, I was like... I sing when I'm, like, home alone. And sometimes today, I was trying to sing, and you hit a note, and then you just voice crack immediately. And that's what happened to me. Like, multiple times. So, yeah. Doing fine. TDK is fine, or Nico. Okay. Noted. Anyway. Sorry, I had to check my phone. I saw a notification pop up. Real, nah, I get it. It just happens. As I was saying earlier, I'm back to playing Danganronpa. Also, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I actually don't speak a lot outside of stream, but I do like dropping by on my friends' streams when I'm available. I'm around. I'm like a dedicated lurker to most people. I'll say hi to have my existence be known, and then I just lurk for the rest of it. I'm there, but I'm also not. I sing a few songs, then I'm unable to sing for a few days. Nah, I sing... Sometimes I sing a little too much, and then it just, like... I sound like a little boy. I wish I had friends. Apple, I can be your friend. I am your friend. Real? I do that? Plotting like a true trickster? I might sing? Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, before I sidetracked myself like 3 times, we're back playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and there are 2 ways that this stream can go. I am on the 5th trial, and as a bit of like a slight spoiler warning, the 5th class trial can end in 2 different ways. I either, 1, choose the bad ending and end the game immediately, and then I can probably just end my playthrough there, honestly. Or I pick the good ending, and then I continue on to chapter 6, which is like another 4 hours. And unfortunately, I do not want to end on the bad ending, so I'm probably going to have to play chapter 6 in another 4 hours. Probably on another stream. But we'll figure it out. Say less, good ending it is. It's always good ending for the RPGs, but I am a completionist, so sometimes I'll try and get, like, all the endings. But today, I actually think that in Danganronpa, like, if you get the bad ending in the class trial, it'll send you through the bad ending, and then it'll put you back to where the bad ending, like, is, like, chosen based on the dialogue that you pick. So, like, it gives you the option. We never finish in this game. It feels like I've been playing this game for so long, but I'm determined to finish it. Mayhaps make it a goal. I'm just determined to finish it because my backlog of games is slowly growing with the amount of sales that have been happening on, like, Steam and Nintendo, and the fact that I now have a stream, or a capture card, means I have, like, 3 to 4 games on the back burner right now that I, like, want to get through. And Danganronpa's the thing that's stopping me right now, which is why you haven't seen me play Persona in the last, like, 2 weeks. Anyway, I should probably start and stop yapping. So... Alrighty. Oh my god. If you hear me cough a little, it's my voice. Ignore it. Don't ignore my voice completely. You know what I mean. Anybody just let me know if the game volume is okay. Because I can never remember what I set the volume to in this game, and then I have to set it on my mixer as well. Every time. I literally play, like, a game of Marvel Rivals, and then I play, like, another game on my phone, and then I come back to this game and I remember how fucked up the graphics look. Those dang Rompas keeping you from playing other games. Yeah, no, that being said, the games that I have on the roster, I actually can't pick which one I would like to play next. So maybe I was gonna put a poll up on my Twitter and my Blue Sky, but I will preview them here and maybe you guys can chat about it and give me some opinions. The games that I'm debating on playing, there's 3. Omori. Omori has been one that I've been wanting to play on stream for fucking years, and I haven't done it yet. I know most things about Omori, but I've never actually played the game myself. I've just watched people play it. But the amount of people who have been like, oh, Dashi, you like indie games, you like psychological horrors, you like games that break you as a person, you should play Omori. And I haven't played it. So Omori is one of them. The second one has been Mouthwashing. I've been seeing a lot of people play Mouthwashing, and it's also a psychological horror indie game, and that's, like, right up my alley. And so I was debating on playing that one as well. That one's probably gonna be, like, a 1 stream, 2 stream even. And then the third and final game that I was debating on, there might be another one at this list that I'm just forgetting, but The third stream, or the third game that I was thinking of playing is Spiritfarer, because it is one beautiful indie game. If you've never seen it, I recommend you go check it out. But yeah, those are the 3 options. If you have opinions on which one you want me to play next after I finish this one, feel free. But yeah, 3 okay cards out of 61. So honestly, 61 isn't even that bad. That's like a standard deck in MTG. Gromp gromp. Gromp gromp to you guys. Alright. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together? Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Minecraft story mode. Oh my god. Minecraft story mode with, like, the prettiest shaders I can find so that my laptop blows up just immediately. Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the 2 of you? Yeah. He's my boyfriend, actually. Byakuya. What are you? What, are you jealous? Sorry. Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? She seems like the kind of person that would do that. What? Stop talking, embrace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Oh my god, I forgot how empty this fucking room is. Any second. He could show up at any time. The 61 was about 1/4 of the cards just on my oh, on your desk. Not even coming close to the veritable tower of boxes near my workspace. You know, I have quite a few boxes that I should go through. I have not done that. I've been procrastinating real hard. I keep telling myself to, like, reorganize my shelf. My display shelf, which is random shit that I own. Then I don't do it. Also, anybody playing TCG Pocket? Because I'm so excited for Spacetime Smackdown. I'm out here to get my dog, Dialga. 40% of that room is filled with that guy's hairstyle, so add it. That's really good. Yeah, no. I want to know how Yasuhiro goes to bed. How do you think he puts a beanie on? Do you think he can? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10. He sure doesn't need a pillow, that's for sure. Why? What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again? Again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Oh my god, can I do the Monokuma voice? Or what? Kinda. We'll see. We'll see. True, where is our Monokuma? Oh yeah, that Monokuma. I mean, there's 2 of them now. Neither of them have showed up. And I'm streaming Danganronpa. We'll see. Jesus! Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? You know he's a prick when he just only talks about himself. He doesn't say, why did you make us wait? Nah, he's like, why did you make me wait? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh? I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. Oh my god, I completely forgot about Kyoko. She disappears halfway through chapter 5. And then just, like, doesn't come back. Anyway. Kyoko? Oh my god, now it's on for me. Let me fix that real quick. Okay. Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But it's okay that there's no particular penalty for being late. I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. Does he just, like, sink into the floor to the basement? I've never seen Monokuma use stairs. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die? Indeed. Of course I didn't die. Thank God! I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with the ghost! Hero. I told you, stop talking. Let's go. Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Is he scared? I don't like reading any of her lines. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this class trial is all over. One after another, everybody piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the class trial start. My girlfriend, I had to talk to my girlfriend. Girl, what are you up to? Given the sound effect, he probably falls down the stairs after slipping. Yeah, that's the sound effect I make when I slip. I feel like I've never fallen down a flight of stairs, but I have tripped up a set of stairs. I do that quite a lot, actually. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So, correct. I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor? That's right. There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? The usual experience for people with little legs. Oh, I should have seen that one coming. At least I could go upstairs. Look, I don't know why that reminded me of how I feel about Chucky. If anybody's seen any of the Chucky movies, I always thought it was so fucking funny that everybody was so scared of a doll because that doll, Chucky, he's the same height as a step. How the hell did he get up the stairs? Just punt him. Anyway. So that's why you were late. However, I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Wrong. Actually, to be precise, not quite. Oh my god, my spine. I feel like I've been shrimping all day. 1 second. I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account. Okay.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want us to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. Alright. For her? True, if he did get up the stairs, you could just kick him back down and it'll buy you 20 minutes. Exactly! Which is why I don't understand how so many people died to Chucky. Those movies made no sense to me. The logic of him even getting anywhere made no sense to me. Chucky's one of my, like, probably lower ranked horror movies. Nah, that one's not that great. And I've watched quite a few horror movies. That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Alright. Time to go in the elevator. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. That line was not needed. He did not need to narrate that part. Oh my god, he's gonna monologue. He's gonna do the same fucking line that he does every time we go down here. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky... Oh, he's speaking like a Wattpad author. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. He, like, only retains a regular human strength, so literally just fight him, easy clap. That's what I'm saying. Chucky's not a threat. I don't know how so many people died to Chucky. And how many... There's like 3 Chucky movies. And a bunch of spin-offs. He's successfully gotten away with multiple murders. And he's literally only like... a foot tall. With like no joints. Just punt him. You can win. I think I could win against Chucky. Just saying. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. You have 2 eyes! What do you mean, every depth of your eyes? He also has a wife and kid, which I hate. He has a child? I didn't know that. I don't know enough Chucky lore to know that. Like, kick the doll? That's what I'm saying. Isn't Chucky kind of small, too? I ain't ever watched it. Chucky is small. Literally, the only movie that I remember specifically in the scene is where he goes up a set of stairs to kill a woman in the bathtub by electrocuting her. But my question is, how did he even get up the stairs in the first place? He is the size of a step. And he doesn't have knee joints. How the hell did he get his leg up the stairs? Did he fucking hop his way up the stairs? I don't know. It just, like, it didn't make any sense to me. I also don't understand how he was, like, so fucking fast. Like, he was able to chase down multiple people who were, like, 4 or 5 times his height. And kill them. But he doesn't, once again, reiterating, he does not have knee joints. We've been in this elevator for so fucking long. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. Oh, Jesus, flashbang. Alright. It was the blinding light of despair. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Ooh. Oh my god. Let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. Sorry, I dread this line every single time he fucking says it. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yeah. Yeah, I want to save. Maybe a challenge for Dashi, though. It might be taller. No, I could fight Chucky and win. Confidently, I will say that. I think the doll, when he possessed it, got, like, real body movement because voodoo magic or something. I feel like the one... I haven't watched Chucky recent enough to be able to remember how he moves, but I swear I've seen... Oh, thanks for the big stretch and the hydrate. Sorry, we're talking about Chucky. How have you been, Violet? Hopefully you're good. What's his durability? I assume I can do a hell of a lot more damage to a doll if I had a knife than he could ever do to me if they had one. He has a knife! I don't know how he used it to kill anybody, though. Good? Big worko? Oh, I felt that. Same. And I like, developed a sore throat over the last 2 days, so I also sound like a nasally little boy. Which is why I turned off my karaoke redeem, too. Lock it in a box, then throw it in a lake or something. Isn't that what they tried to do? I haven't watched Chucky in a really long time. Okay, Violet, context. I was talking about how I don't understand how so many people have died to Chucky. Because Chucky, first of all, the only scene that I ever remember from any of the Chucky movies is that time he goes up the stairs to kill a woman in a bathtub by electrocuting her. But I don't even understand how he got up the stairs, because I didn't think he had any joints. he can only move, like, where the pelvis is, right? So how does he even get his leg up the step? Also, he's the same height as the step, so it doesn't even make sense that he was able to get up the stairs. That, and also, he's like a foot tall, so even if he did get up the stairs, you can just punt his ass. If you punt his ass, it'll, as Eda said, refresh a 20-minute cooldown before he can get back to you again. I'm so confused. I've been saying it this entire stream. If I had to fight Chucky, I am convinced I would win. Stabbing someone in the shins makes them get closer to the... Yeah, I would know. You do. Disclosure, I've never seen Chucky. I think I've only seen, like, the first 2 or 3 movies. I don't remember how many Chucky movies there are, but I know there's, like, at least 3, because that's how many I feel like I've seen. But then after that, I know there were, like, a bunch of spin-offs and remakes that I just, like, never watched. I find Annabelle scarier than Chucky. I think it's also because Chucky's, like, in a striped long-sleeve shirt and overalls. That's supposed to be threatening? I don't know, man. Nuh-uh. All I know is it's terminally unserious. It is! I don't know how he got away with killing that many people. I doubt it's meant to be thought of that deeply. Well, I thought about it that deeply. Alright. We are on the 5th class trial. Oh, recap to the people who just got in here. We are on the 5th class trial. Which means, there are 2 ways the stream could end. I either get the bad ending and then just finish my playthrough like that, or I get the good ending and I move on to chapter 6, which is like another 4 hours. And we all know that I'm probably gonna have to get the good ending. So yeah. Oh my god. They gave him a wife and kid. Violet, they have lore. They have so much lore. It's giving the same time when I figured out that Tony the tiger has a wife and children. I don't remember what her name is, but she exists. I'm sure they do that doesn't mean it's not stupid lore. What? Yeah, Tony the tiger has a wife and kids. I remember when I figured this out because I was trying to figure out what, like, cereal mascot lore was, and I thought it was so funny that he has a wife and children. Also, I think it's really funny because his wife is, like, fully clothed and he only wears a handkerchief. Like, he only wears a kerchief. He's, like, both shirtless and pantless. Okay, but that's Tony. Fair! Honestly, of all, I'm gonna say this right now and I might regret it, but of all of the cereal mascots, Tony would.
If you can figure out who does it, then only they will.
Tony isn't a doll.
But if you pick the
Or when people find out that Hello Kitty is a boyfriend. Yeah, dude, Hello Kitty is a boyfriend? And he's so fucking ugly. I'm sorry, I have to say it. What's his name? Like, Hello Daniel? What the fuck is his name? I have beef with him. Why is he balding? I do not like that guy. He gives off strange vibes. He's sus. He's not beating the allegations. I knew Violet was gonna say that. But I said it anyway. 17 okay cards out of 140. Are they like hollows or like above a rare? You have to have been one of those people who made Tony Tiger leave Twitter. I was not one of those people. It's Dear Daniel? Okay, whatever. I don't like him. I think Daniel's fucking ugly. I feel like Hello Kitty could have done so much better. But she ended up with that fucker? Yeah, I feel like you guys are figuring out that I just have so much against. I know a lot of Sanrio. I just have a lot against Daniel. They are kids in costumes? Yeah, that's the other thing. They're just fucking mascots. Well, Hello Kitty at least. The other ones are confirmed to be like normal people that are normal little animals that like fucking speak. Also, hearing their canonical voices in the cartoon is crazy because their voices do not match what I thought they sounded like. Pum Pum Puddin, as much as I love that child, that little baby dog, I love him. But he sounds so punchable. I got a friend named Daniel. No, I'm not trying to roast anybody named Daniel. just Dear Daniel, Hello Kitty's boyfriend, he, I don't know. Could have done better. He exists. I do not like him.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well.
Guys, what
leave the rest
Sanrio character do you vibe the most with? Who's your favorite?
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Okay, I feel like I gotta address the design of the room this time. Why is the room, like, the most saturated, ugly fucking colors I've seen in my life?
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Dumbass. Cinema Roll! That's so valid. I will say, I feel like a lot of people think Cinema Roll is my favorite. Not a huge fan. I do like Cinema Roll, and he got some, like, bonus points for being, Blue Eyes when the Yu-Gi-Oh! Collab happened. But, I'm actually a pretty big fan of Batsmaru. He's a fun little penguin, and I love him. Pom Pom Pudding or Hangyoldon? Pom Pom Pudding valid. Hangyoldon, I feel like he's that, like, awkward friend. But I think I like his vibes. He's a silly guy. He's just a silly fish. But he's funny. I don't know Sanrio like that, but Cinema Roll a real one? Cinema Roll is a real one. Hangyoldon only because my friends bullied the hell out of him. I feel like Hangyoldon gets bullied quite a bit. But, like, if you look into his eyes, I feel like he's a nice guy.
No, that's a ghost.
Hero.
But she has legs and stuff.
You tell me ghosts can't have legs?
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Huh?
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I'm taking that one from Byakuya because I agree. He's like an awkward comedian or something. Also has a girlfriend. He has a girlfriend? I didn't know that one. He does give the vibes of an awkward comedian. He would do stand up and tell me like the worst fucking joke I've ever heard, and I would laugh out of pity.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
No, I think he could be funny. Actually, I take back what I said. I think he could be funny.
Her traits?
What important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her? Kyoko's face. I mean, technically, but the face of the victim did get burnt off. Kyoko's piercing glare. It's Kyoko's gloves.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh god damn, she got shut down.
You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Nah, the corpse was wearing acrylics, bro.
Probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
I feel like Hero just like makes me lose brain cells every single time he speaks up. Most of the characters make me lose brain cells every time they speak up. There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. We're at $92 and 202. God damn. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here, and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to. Huh? Hello? Make my argument. Okay. Oh, it's gotta be the fake nails. I don't know if it's me, but I'm not getting game audio. I might have lowered it too much. I'm, like, so afraid of this game blasting audio because of how, like, unbalanced the audio is that I just, like, I lower it out of instinct. Is that better or is that worse? Is it louder than me?
Okay, then prove it.
It's gotta be, it's fake nails.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
No!
They got
Fuck!
burnt up in the explosion.
I hear game
She
audio?
was
Okay.
wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
What button is fast forward again? Every single time I just forget what the buttons are. You and the game are about level now, I think. Okay, wait. Let me lower it a tad just so that you can still hear me. Because I'm the important one here. That should be good. Still only on the ones that were on my desk, by the way. Oh, you're gonna be here. It's gonna take the entire stream. Oh, never mind. I looked it up. He had a love interest, but never actually dated them. I feel like he would be too awkward to ask them out. He's proficient at making people laugh. Okay. Yeah. I can see that. Also, I can't remember if I said, but I managed to get the special cosmetic in the game I said I would grind. Nice! Beans? Alright.
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
Brother, she's standing right in front of you! Why are you dumb? Actually, nobody answer that.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't.
They got
Oh my god, I fast-forwarded too much. I fast-forwarded a little too fast. It's the third one.
Then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Okay. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. Oh, was that not it? Fake. Is it the other line? Hold on.
Shoot.
It's okay, I have multiple lives to spare.
That Kyoko there is just a okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh, wasn't wearing gloves.
They got
Okay.
burnt up in the explosion.
Wait.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
I don't...
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
It's that one that I had to shoot. Okay.
That's wrong.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Yeah, she had fake nails on.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Oh, dude, you don't know women. Hiro says confidently. As a man. Bro. This dude. I agree, this dude.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
Oh my god, that really got me.
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's
I can't believe we have to
dead
explain
body
this.
doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Exactly, Byakuya. Oh my god, she's not the victim.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
It took a full-blown explanation to convince this guy that the dead person is not the person standing in front of him.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Oh, it's gotta be the tattoo, right? It's tattoo on the right hand.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
I can't believe she's contributing.
Can't identify the body.
Oh, I was afraid it was gonna hit that on the intersect. He's not the brightest. No.
There
No.
was one clue left behind
It's
that we can
unfortunate.
use to identify the body.
Didn't he get held? Wasn't it like, I don't remember how many years he said, but I know it's like canon that he got held back for like 7 years or something. His head only has hair, no brain. I would love to give a personal shout out to my $5 basic land. What the fuck? What kind of land is it? Is it like a full art land? I'd assume it's a full art land. From which set?
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Alright.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
I think the other thing I don't like about Hero is that his one sprite, this one, why's he gotta sniff his finger like that? It looks like it's from Jurassic Park, not gonna lie. Alright.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
She has a tattoo on her hand, and the first thing she says is, yeah, it's a little weird. Yep, it is. Nice.
Her master must
I don't recall what those ones look like.
be like, you're my bitch.
Wait, back up. I don't remember the word bitch being said at all in this game. That's wild. This is a wild sentence. I'm like rereading it in my mind. This is
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
also found my $36 card for some reason. It was just laying around. $36 just on your desk.
No, that's not.
It's more than I have in my wallet.
The identity of the victim is hidden within that.
Oh my god, Byakuya's the fucking like the pulsating on his profile, the jittering. It's so fast.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. There's literally only one other fucking person that it could be.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Oh my god, guys, he's a genius.
Okay, so
And he's not.
to show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
He's thinking so hard. The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh my god. Oh, Hangman's Gambit? Okay. Oh, Wolf. Give me a W. Give me a W? An F. Give me an F. Sometimes I say wolf too fast and I just end up saying wolf.
Now I understand.
He's... Now I understand.
Representation of Fenrir
He's giving
is
actually?
a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Damn, that was actually helpful.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki.
Loki mentioned? Rivals? Rivals reference?
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means
Where's Kaitsu?
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf.
Loki mentioned? Where's Kaitsu? Loki mentioned. Summon him. Jarvis! Jarvis, Loki mentioned? Hydrator Hydrate, thank you. Hado Zen, how are you?
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
Oh my god, the jittering!
What?
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Yes, and she's fucking dead.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? Now we have to have a last trial?
Oh my god. Girlie, why do you think we're here?
No. It means means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Oh yeah, I guess there is that.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
I won't spoil anything, but
Maybe we shouldn't have
I completely
been
forgot about
her
that
as the
detail.
ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
I kid you not, I have nowhere to put these cards. That's been me recently. I haven't had the time to pick up another box, and so I kind of just like, my cards just go wherever.
From Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
She was the ultimate soldier,
This whole time?
and she's fucking dead.
Turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot
Like a character backstory.
So you're
Like
saying
every
she
fucking
wasn't
anime
the
I've ever
important
seen.
character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
Oh, also the thing on Danganronpa, you check out that Tribe 9 game? Yes, I did. That's the reason I played Danganronpa to begin with. Because I saw Tribe 9 at the Nintendo Direct last year. And I was like, I never thought I would see the Danganronpa art style in 2024, but here we are. And then it made me want to play Danganronpa again. Final stats of the cards on my desk. 245 cards of $145? That's so many Happy Meals. Big stretch. Thank you, Kaitsu. Oh my god. You just missed it, Kaitsu. There was a low-key mention. Rivals reference.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
People can be wrong, Byakuya.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Why do you say it like that?
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Oh, about that, buddy. Once you get out of here.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Bread.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Maybe it's Monokuma's sprite, but I think Monokuma's sprite jittering is so fucking funny. Like, there's something about it that makes it slightly better than everybody else's sprite. Didn't they also make Master Detective Raincoat recently, like a year or two ago? I think they did. Oh, I haven't thought about that title in a hot minute, though. Oh, I had burger today? I wish I had... Nah, I had sushi today. Salmon sushi. Sorry, my lips are chapped and I had to whip out my chapstick real quick.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim
Big
and
old
the
brains?
perpetrator
You're giving
are
us
the
too much
student
credit.
body?
I need to try more sushi. I fucking love sushi. I'm such a big fan of sushi. Actually, I like sashimi more. Sorry, now my mixer looks fucked up because the game doesn't have any level at all. So I'm trying to fix it. Okay.
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Have we?
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. Me and Kyoko, right? Because I don't have an alibi.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Holy shit, that's one hell of a name. Anyway, Apex, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma.
I was about to ask why were they in the gym, and then I remembered that happened.
The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis.
I try to be super based in life. That's good. How you been? We're playing some Danganronpa right now, and we are on class trial number 5.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it! I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Honestly, I think if Makoto just said that he couldn't get away with a murder, I think that would be enough evidence. Nice, and I'm okay. That's good, that's good. Have you played Danganronpa before? Or are you just chilling?
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
My objection is that I don't think Makoto could get away with killing anybody.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Just vibing. That's great.
Me and Byakuya can
I vibe with that.
confirm the
That's
body
based.
wasn't in the garden
Model
yet.
look cute, so I'd pop in. Ah, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
The jittering.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
Wasn't it like 9 a.m. or some shit?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? It was like 9 a.m. I remember that because me and Byakuya were doing the
The
math.
body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
And then she found a fucking dead body. And then the dead body exploded on contact. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot right now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be
I'm surprised that
totally
she's
sure
actually, like,
the murder happened
cooperating on this-
sometime between 10
this
at
one.
night and 9 in the morning.
It's like so out of character for her.
I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right?
So I at least have Hina's account for when I showed up to the dining hall.
Yeah, right around 7:30.
I completely forgot that Makoto was like dying from a fever
So I'm totally
the night
sure
before
about
this. Like he was just in bed,
Which means
fully
10
clothed
p.m. to
with
7:30 a.m.
2 sweaters and a like blazer on, with like probably a high fever. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game's begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Oh my god. The abrupt music transitions always get me. Sprinkler. Oh, it has to be the sprinklers, right? Because the sprinklers only show up at like, what, 7 a.m.?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Oh, okay. There's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden. Would it be like 10? 10 o'clock? Because the 9 a.m. one didn't make sense. And then the sprinkler, it's this one.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. I was unsure about that one.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Because the body was not wet.
And what makes you say that?
I shouldn't have said it like that.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right?
Oh, my ads. Alright.
So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare
Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Back up. What did she refer to that as? The mouth down south? She said so many funny ass things. This one isn't as good as the thing that she said last stream, but this is still fucking funny. The mouth down south is so good.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
No, ma'am. Back up. Just... What'd she say last stream? She said fap sauce. I don't remember what they were trying to say, but she misheard something as fap sauce, and I sat there and I went, what the fuck? Oh my god. I don't even know what she misheard. I was so distracted by the fact that she said it that I don't remember what the sentence was before. But that really got me. That and Mouth Down South, as much as I hate them, they've been pretty good so far.
Man, you're totally whack.
Oh my god, my ads are running. Maybe I'll wait the 2 minutes. I am running out of water. I think I should go get some water. Pretty great. Pretty fucking funny, I won't lie. Should I get more water? I should get more water. I'll be right back, chat. Oh my god, that's so quiet. Alright, I'm back. Dashi, got water. Bro, I don't know what it was, but I think yesterday I slept wrong because my upper back hurts so bad. Or maybe it's just because I've been sitting in a desk for like the last 4 days. Anyway. My ads are still oh, I have 30 seconds on ads. Okay. That feeling when old. Yup. That feeling when I don't remember how long I've been alive for. Like, fucking millennia? I don't know. Feel it in the spine. Feel it in my gummy worm spine. I was done with ads a while ago? Bruh. Why is OBS lying to me? Why is my ads manager lying to me? Okay. Well, it says my ads are done, so... Welcome back to the people who just finished ads. Okay. I know it's gonna be... It's probably gonna be a bullet time battle with Toko, isn't it? On this part. And every single time we do a bullet time battle, I fucking forget what the controls are.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Okay, time to remember if I know how to play this fucking game.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me?
Oh my god.
I admit nothing.
The tempo's too fast for my brain.
No, no! I don't know anything!
Fuck.
Hold on! Are you trying to
I fucked that up so bad.
I admit nothing. I hate you.
Okay.
How can
I
you
didn't fuck that up that bad. Oh my god. The dramatic zoom cuts.
Just remember what the body was like.
I got a
after the
tiny bit more
explosion,
value out of the cards
and
from a
you'll see
randomly
why it
selected deck
wasn't the
box.
sprinkler.
I'm now at $227. God damn. I feel like I should do that eventually, just go through all the cards I have. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yeah. Makoto's got a point.
The top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal
I do not see how the last sentence applies to any of what you said.
I'm so sick of her.
Me too.
Let's just move on.
Wait till I count up my rares and mythics, which I have all in one box. God damn, we're not even there yet.
The reason only the top half was wet was because
Oh my god.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But
Oh, I did not let him finish that sentence.
Then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
so if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Although that'll be immediately countered by the 2 bundle boxes of commons and my other bundle box of uncommons.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Alright.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Nah, I believe her.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
I don't know what it is, but I gotta believe her. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
She's the only one with a brain. Exactly.
A trap?
As she said as well, she has no reason to kill anybody.
Now you decide to blame me?
Oh my god, I forgot the 3D modeled chair. This is so funny.
Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
I like that he complied.
Anyway.
Yo, shut the
Kyoko,
fuck
you
up.
actually
Got it,
did
boss.
have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought
Boy, no, she
Mukuro
didn't.
was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You know what? I'll give it. I won't stay mad at Byakuya because he does have a brain. He's just like also a little petty.
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
No, it wasn't.
If she had a motive.
She literally didn't even know that there was a dead
I
body.
think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
The way she's pinning this on me.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body? Could it have been a fucking tarp? A chicken! A tarp. I think a chicken would have been funny though. Also, what's up, Sunny? I can't believe you had to do that to me.
Aren't you?
It's wild. But thanks for the 3 months, I appreciate it. How you been? How are you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Oh my god, sorry. I like thought I had to sneeze and then it didn't happen. That's why I sat in silence for like a full 20 seconds. Ugh. Just stopping by to bother you? I'm gonna go stare at the ceiling for 8 hours. Have you tried the wall? Maybe the floor? Maybe spice it up a little?
The side that faced down over the
But
body,
seriously, I appreciate you
meanwhile,
dropping by.
kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder
I'm an
actually took
insomniac,
place.
I've tried it all. Yeah. Felt that one.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Yup. Anyway, good night. I hope you have a good night. Or at least, you try anyway. Yeah, what Violet said. Good luck! Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have been the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
She's just pinning this shit on me.
And what might that be?
Oh my god, dude. I feel like I need to sneeze, but I can't. This shit sucks. I can't get over the columns in the background. Whoever decided to put Rainbow Gradient with the highest saturation ever, that was a choice. I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Split a body, fragments near the dead body.
By covering the body with
There's multiple choices in this game. You're right.
from getting wet.
They made quite a few choices with this game, such as making this game.
Because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Making this game may have been a choice, but also I'm playing it, so that says a lot.
Of course it didn't get dirty.
Didn't get dirty? I remember the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Yakuya even warned us not to touch it, to avoid getting any blood on us.
By
Oh,
covering
so
the
it would have been... Okay. It's the last slide where he says didn't get dirty, because that's just not true.
Because the sprinkler, but the underside of it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected since it was facing down toward the body. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Oh my god. That bitch. That was in the way. Alright.
By covering the body, the killer prevents.
So the reason that because the sprinkler, but the underside, it was totally
It's because that side was protected since it was facing down toward the body. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Okay. So what you're saying is, I have absolutely no idea.
shoot.
Was it not that one? I think I need to think about it one more time. Is it the bullet that I used?
By covering the body with the
Oh,
tarp,
before the... Okay, wait. It's before the
killer
body
prevented it
explosion.
from getting wet.
So the reason that because the sprinkler,
Not the analysis. Okay.
It's because that side, since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood
I still
wasn't
can't get
found
over how
before the body got
pixelated this
blown up,
fucking body
right?
is.
Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
There was... I'm not even gonna say
If they
anything.
had, they would have washed both sides. Thus washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, true.
The way he easily just gives up after being... Yeah. Nah, you right.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was... camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
Their body.
I know. They could have grabbed some of the blood packs.
Oh,
from
that
the
works too.
nurse's office.
I forgot those existed.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, the chicken! No! The chicken! I forgot about the chicken! Ah! They got blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean it was a fucking chicken. Oh, I can't believe they did that to the fucking chicken.
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop,
Chickens
before
are
the
friends,
murder,
guys.
There were 5 chickens.
Actually, some chickens are scary. I've seen some videos of chickens fighting back. Maybe I take that back. Meh.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? And then covered the body with its blood?
Yeah.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Hina.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing, the ground, was
Oh, I did
completely
not let him finish.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
No, it was like laid on top like a blanket.
No. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Oh my god, girl! Do we have to explain it again?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
There was still a giant time frame. There was at least a, what, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. There was at least like an hour and a half time frame to do that.
They already had the coat ready. So
Yeah,
they just
it would have
took
only
the
taken them
tarp
like,
and
what, a
pulled the coat
minute
over
to
the
run
top.
in, run back out?
They'd be done in no time.
Maybe.
She makes a great point.
Still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Yeah, it's a little possible, Makoto, I'm sorry.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
The way he actually, like, didn't say that like a petty bitch, and he just, like, said that as a normal person. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body. In this game, is really no one willing to do an amateur attempt at an autopsy? The only person who is willing to do an attempt on an autopsy is this girl right here, Kyoko. The one thing that you should know about this game is that everybody is stupid. And by stupid, I mean, like, not even, like, tolerable stupid. They're all just extremely dumb. Except for maybe, like, 2.5 people. Kyoko and Byakuya are the only people with, like, some semblance of a brain. And Makoto, occasionally, with the help of the player. But yeah, you kind of gotta get used to... I think it's just this game where it's, like, they're all kind of intolerably stupid.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which
Oh,
one
I
of them
see.
did it?
Yeah, I know. The first Danganronpa game is kind of like this. Where, I mean, this is the first one. So it's just... I don't know if you've ever played Danganronpa before. I'm assuming based on that response you don't, but... This one's just like... a mess. But it is funny, which is why I'm playing it. It is a staple game.
50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
Nope, never did. Yeah. General idea is that most of these games are pretty, like, silly kind of stupid. but they were pretty popular when the PSP or the PS Vita came out, so that's why they gained popularity over time.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
But they're all kind of just like silly.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Where? I thought that was the reflection texture. Okay. Didn't realize it was burnt.
The body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
That knife did not seem long enough to pierce all the way through somebody's front and back.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? Oh, I guess there wasn't, like, a little dust and grime on it when it was handed to me in the first place. That was so subtle, I didn't even notice that. We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We didn't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So, what do we do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me? They only gave it to Makoto because they knew Makoto would not know how to use the knife.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
It was not in my drawer, I did notice earlier.
Yeah. Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I forgore. I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I keep forgetting that this was last night. The timeline feels so long that this just feels like it was a week ago. But he's right. He did just get a fever one night and then potentially almost got stabbed, but didn't.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
I love the way he said that. Suspicious.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Damn, that's a lot, dude. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Disguised dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the
Sorry, I had
dead
to blow my
body.
nose real quick.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
I don't even- he's not a man. We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed. Which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It's a disguised body.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals
Oh,
it.
okay, I see.
Makoto
I see what
did
they're
it.
trying to set up for me.
Just because I had the knife
The coat couldn't have
once,
been put on after the
that
fact because it got
automatically
stabbed
makes me the
through.
killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
No.
It got stabbed through the coat. So it wouldn't make sense if the coat was put on after the fact.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That
Pardon
should
me.
be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body,
What do you mean, so what? I gave you the answer! Bro.
the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point,
Hero is not capable of thought. No. Unfortunately not. I feel like as soon as I said, it doesn't make any sense that the coat would be put on top after the fact because the knife was stabbed through the coat. None of that went through. It just completely over his head. And that is why he responded with, "So what?" Bro, so what? You weren't even listening!
Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice.
Oh my god.
Once to kill her and once to
I'm
kill
gonna
her.
stab you twice. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. And the only place that could have happened was the Monokuma file.
The
Bro!
file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
One stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the
I
knife-
totally forgot about that. He can't read either, guys.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Me too, Violet, me too. I did choose to play this game, though, and I'm determined to finish it.
Was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the
This'll
body.
just all be silly goofy by the time I rewatch the squad.
What really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
310 value now? Where are you at? Are you still on Uncommons?
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Sometimes I just relate to Byakuya.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell
Nah,
me.
I did one of my decks. I see.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic.
I need you to shut the fuck up.
combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
At least she's dumb and self-aware.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
The only explanation I can think of for the explosion is... Where's this one? Fragments near the dead body.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Monokuma's so much bigger than I thought he was. This makes him look like he's at least 4 feet tall.
It's part of a bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well,
Something I just noticed is Makoto sweats so much. I feel like in every single sprite he has, he's sweating.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Like you haven't been doing that. Alright. He did just have fever. Yeah. Not the brightest people in this room. Monokuma file number 5. Oh, I'm gonna have to absorbable it on this one, aren't I? Absorb is hold left mouse
Shall we
button, right?
continue
Yeah,
the debate?
okay.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then
Bro, Makoto, your life is on the line, lock in. And he's just like, I gotta concentrate now.
To the Monokuma file,
Bro, what do you mean you're concentrating just right now?
evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Back of her head.
Bad. The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Which only leaves...
Then shall we continue the debate?
The only option to absorb is the...
Yet to be determined.
I'm assuming I have to shoot that one.
Kill her for sure.
Yeah, we know that.
Well, yeah.
We'll process of elimination this shit.
Totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the
It wasn't the knife either, no. We know that.
And then
So it has to be the
other
one on the next one, right?
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was
This one.
evidence that showed she was hit on
Okay.
the back of her head.
And more than that,
And now I have to fast forward to the...
Suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Yes, Makoto, I get it, I get it.
then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Like, he's been sleeping through it till now. I would believe him.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
You know what? As much as I hate Hiro, I love the delivery of half his lines. Oh yeah, good point. That was really good. For serious? I feel like I gotta add that as a audio redeem.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming
Alongside
blows to
the-
back of her
for
head
real?
what killed her.
I feel like him and Ryuji would get along quite well.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
No, because the pickaxe was still in the shed.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
That too. I was thinking more like you hit them with the handle of it, but like, I think she's thinking more if you hit them with like the actual pickaxe part of the pickaxe.
Well,
Which makes a good point,
handle
though.
it the other way and hit her with the handle.
I still don't think the handle would have been enough.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Not if you're Sakura. I feel like if you're
really
Sakura
want to
build,
see if
you could hit anybody with anything.
No thanks.
I wouldn't mind
With the
testing it.
metal
No,
piece
please,
by
go back.
accident.
Take up the offer. Please hit him in the back of the head.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
See, I would agree, but the face is saying otherwise, and I don't want to agree with that.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
I do not think you two are on the same page.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Shut the fuck up.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely
Every
you deduced
single
the reason
fucking
murder
time. I'm sorry, I have to complain about this every time. Every fucking time there's a question that's proposed to the group, it always goes to Byakuya, and then Byakuya is like, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Makoto, though, over there, Makoto, his dumbass can tell you. He never says an answer for himself. He's always like, you know who you can tell, who you can figure out what the answer is? How you can figure out the answer? You can ask Makoto over there. He knows. It's cause I was fucking there with you. Sprinklers, chicken. He hit him with a chicken, or hit her with the chicken. This one is the only one that makes sense. Titanium arrows? That is not as thick as a metal pipe, though. But I guess they would hurt.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And
We
that-
established that. You could have just said the arrows.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
He's putting it together. Give him a second. The reason everybody speaks in like 4 to 5 sentences instead of just like summing everything up in one sentence is because we need time for the other characters to process what's happening.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master?
Shut up.
I'm not talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Alright. Wood block key, titanium arrows.
The titanium era. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the
What are the
weapon
ones I
must
have?
have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
Duct tape.
It seems like
Titanium
an arrow
arrow.
would just
Okay.
be too thin.
Talking back to Master.
You are
You
irrelevant.
have no right.
You don't either. Just saying. If it was just that titanium arrow, it wouldn't be nearly thick enough. Which is why they used...
The titanium era.
Oh, duct tape. They duct taped them together.
It
That
was
makes
in the
sense.
dojo locker.
I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the...
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, that's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Duct tape.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling
Yup.
them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
Yup.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
She said that in such a completely different demeanor than everything she said up until now. That threw me off guard.
We'll put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
She also lost her stutter.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
He said that like such a fucking smart aleck. Just like, oh no, you have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter?
He's stupid.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all, remember?
I understand, but
Of course
also
I remember.
don't think it was her.
Show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence. Oh, I love that. I love that for him. Come on, Makoto, show us the evidence. I have evidence? What the fuck do you mean I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to that dojo locker. Where is it?
I got it. The one
Bro,
thing that
wake
proves
up!
Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that
He's
prove
like-
anything?
I have evidence in my pocket? Oh, that's wild. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
It was planted.
That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
I gotta... She's the only one with a brain here, and she's also my girlfriend.
No, it's not that I want to defend her.
Save reminder? Oh, you're so fucking right. For once, that's applicable.
There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
I've a woo with. A woo. Wait, actually, yeah, this is a PSP game.
You were in my room, weren't
You gotta save in these shits. That makes it sound so sus. Hold up.
Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Oh my god, guys. Actual development.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. I love that it was Kyoko that came to his rescue. I mean, I get, yeah, Makoto was also dying, so. Could that be when? Which would mean that Makoto is unable to finish a sentence. She killed someone? For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Byakuya baffled by the idea that he doesn't know something. What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? She couldn't have been in her room. Because she doesn't even have the fucking key to her room.
Those words you just spoke.
Byakuya is the one that fucking took her key, so she's right.
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Oh my god, they're really trying to fuck me up on this.
What are you hiding?
He's not even hiding anything. He blatantly asked Kyoko to have her fucking room key.
You aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and you have it this time.
The theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room.
Oh fuck, I didn't mean to shoot it.
But
I meant to fucking absorb
could I
that shit.
really have
Okay.
done that?
It was what? It was like the third slide? Third last slide?
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand. Master would never.
There's proof that you. Is that what you're.
You stated a theory
This one.
earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Okay.
But could I really have done that?
And then the proof. I know, Makoto. I'm working on it.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Where is it?
What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
Thought it was earlier. Okay.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
They didn't even try to block me from that one. Okay.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Cause, oh my god, guys, did we completely forget what happened at the last trial? Byakuya took her fucking key.
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
His like quick ass. Oh, I see. No, you're right. You're right. You made a point.
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Damn. She got your ass.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what... I don't know why I read that like that. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. The Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? The spinning. What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap. Bro, you've said this like 3 times. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? His inner monologue is fucking killing him right now. Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. Brother, we know! Oh my god. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Hello. Hi, Vector. Vector for life. Welcome, welcome. We are on the 5th trial. You have to choose now? Yep. I have to choose. It's a crucial moment. What do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. If you've played Danganronpa before, you know which one is the correct answer. That'll give you the good ending. But there's also the bad ending. I like that runaway as an option. I don't remember what runaway does. Like a fucking Pokemon? Okay. As we know, I can't just go for the bad ending, y'all. I can't let it end here. I gotta leave the school. We let it go. We let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal?
No, I'm not gonna say shit.
Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Yes.
I see.
He's sweating so much, dude.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
We're not implying anything. Shut up.
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
And we under sus. Now Makoto just sus. But honestly, I wouldn't even believe it was Makoto either. Because Makoto does not look like the kind of person that could get away with a murder, or even just kill someone to begin with.
I don't see any other option.
I feel like every single time we find a dead body, he's like, bro, I'm gonna throw up.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
Makoto's so weak, even Byakuya agrees. Exactly. Even Byakuya wouldn't believe that Makoto killed anybody.
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then
I'm at 455 value now? Dude, you just doubled from what you said beforehand. That's crazy. Hit a few sleeper cards? Damn.
Kyoko even said, it's a trap the Mastermind set for us. So that's why. This has to be.
Okay, time's up!
There was a timer on the trial?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trials all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
I mean, the only weaker one than Makoto is Chihiro, but even he couldn't kill him. Yeah, you make a point.
Time's up?
Oh my god, his hair. Even his hair is stressed out. Unfortunately, I gotta stop now because I gotta work early tomorrow. RIP. Work. Ugh.
What do you
You're
mean
right.
time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
Of the total cards that you have, how many have you gone through?
It's because you
Or like
were
about, like an
late,
estimate.
So we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Oh, I forgot it just like ends there. I mean, she stressed out because he was under suspicion. Yeah. Oh, me, I'm fucking rich. He's stressed out because everybody thinks he's the killer, but also he could not get away with the murder.
Chosen as the Blackened. Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I can't take him seriously with how this background looks, bro. Now it's execution time. Probably about a fifth? Holy shit. It's a lot of cards.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's time to execute. Oh my god. Nah, guys. It's me. I killed them. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Nah, we were framed, Exactly. It couldn't have been me. We all know Makoto's too weak. I literally had a fever. I've got around 2 to 3.5k if I can estimate. Damn, that's a lot of cards. That's more than I got. Actually, I don't know. If you include my Pokemon cards. It's all your fault. What was that noise? Everyone, you're wrong. And Monokuma's like, you think it's him? Okay then, Makoto, you die. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my god, hi Tomo. You came at the perfect time. We're at the end of the 5th class trial right now, and I chose the good ending. Or I chose to progress the story. Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, this is perfect timing. Mm-hmm. If we're including other TCG, I probably have around 5 to 6k. Not gonna lie, goddamn. Okay.
Hey.
Way more than me, I'd probably assume. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills.
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Anyways, I'm gonna go. Alright, thanks for dropping by, Apple. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a good night. Nah, I'd lurk. Dude, that needs to be an emote or something. I didn't see that being used by so many people. Even I'd use that. Kyoko! Dude, she's turning blue!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
In anime Danganronpa 1 season, it was the same, but it was more serious, and Makoto was way pissed off. You should see it. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the anime, but I know you're supposed to watch, like, part of the anime before you play the second game or something. I have to review the order again before I move to the second game. I'm about to fucking die. Oh my god, the CG. I forgot about the CG. The rock music? The very vague rock music? What the fuck? I mean, just watch the part before Makoto gets executed. Okay, maybe I'll check it out. Because I know it's generally the same if you watch the first season. What the fuck? I, like, so vaguely remember this. What the fuck? Nah, execution in anime looks way more detailed. Oh yeah, I meant the story is generally the same from what I remember. But yeah, I do remember the executions being more detailed. He sits like such a... the little boy. Oh shit, my ads. Or wait. Can I snooze my ads? I'm gonna snooze my ads real quick. Story the same, yeah. Yeah! Every time I see this execution now, I just think about that Fujo Mikusa. And alter ego comes to save us. Uh-huh. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego? Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? Fun fact in a bad ending, I don't know why, but alter ego doesn't save Kyoko. I remember that. Yeah, if you pick to fess up and like call her out for her lie, she just fucking dies. And then everybody moves on with their lives. He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe it. I don't believe this. Sorry, I can't read. With Kyoko, same execution, but she dies, and oh man, I remember seeing that ending. I do know that one. I mean, I do remember that if you try to do the bad ending, it'll show you what the CG is, and then it'll just bring you back to the, like, where you make the choice. So honestly, I could have done that, but if you want to see Kyoko's ending, you can look that up yourself. They all get kids with Hina, which is really fucked up in my opinion. Seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? Already won. I mean, Toko is not that bad. I mean, I very much hate Toko, but I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. I'm right here, dude. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. His little fucked up giggle. His like little maniacal laughter. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Yo, thanks for the lurk, Violet, I appreciate it. I mean, in a bad ending, I think Byakuya is good because maybe Toko died because of suicide and he blames himself. That's why he changed. I genuinely don't remember. Early bed for me. Have a good stream. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I hope you sleep well. I hope you sleep at all, generally. But yeah. Night bio. And I mean, if she died by suicide, because no one else did. Oh, no one else died. Just, what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
Oh, what did he say?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Lol. We're stuck in the garbage pit. Nobody went to get Makoto after. We're in the fucking garbage chute. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. Nah, Kyoko helps us. It brings in top students from... We all know Kyoko would help us. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. I completely forgot about how long this fucking opening is. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. Oh my god, my narrating ability. There are two things you need to do to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be at the very best at what you do. Nah, this is clearly the bad ending. You gotta play from chapter 0 again. I like third and second game more than the first. Yeah, I want to eventually play all of them in order because I never ended up finishing like all of the games. The first game is the only one I ever finished. And then I think I played through about halfway through the second game, and then I never touched Danganronpa again after that. So I don't know anything that actually happens in like half of the second game and the third game. But this is the only one that I played before. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. The noise. I'm fucking dying. Somebody dragged me out of the garbage pit. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. Why is the desk, like, taller than him? That's a really high desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of class in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. The heck is going on? Oh my god, I forgot about this. Finally! I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And that you had a mind? And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? Oh, my ads are running. Rip. Maybe I should wait a second. How are we all doing in chat right now? Hope y'all are doing great. Chat check in real quick. Dead, same bell. Feel it in my bones. Doing homework? Ugh, disgusting. Howdy, Zong. Hopefully you're winning. Ugh. Oh, it's so hot in my room. Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta lower the thermostat. I gotta fix that shit right now. It's so hot in my room. I am winning against math right now. That's great. Me, probably not. Math, not really my strong suit. It used to be. Not anymore. Do you guys, like, crack your spine? Sometimes I'll, like, get up and then I'll, like, do a rotate to, like, pop my spine a little. Make sure I'm not, like, gonna shrimp for the rest of my life. But goddamn, that shit hurt. Or when you, like, rotate in your chair. I don't know if other people do this, but sometimes I'll, like, rotate and, like, grab the back of my chair so that I can, like, pop my spine a bit. It's satisfying. Yeah, I love rotating my spine. Yep. I do have a habit of cracking my knuckles as well. And my knuckles and my wrists is usually what I wonder if I can do that right now, actually. Oh, is my mic picking that up? Yeah. Wow, my mic is picking that up? That's crazy. Mine don't do that. Did I miss an update? Maybe it's just because I sit down for really long periods of time. Get rotated? Get rotated, idiot. I'd probably pop something else and no longer be alive. Cracking ASMR? I apologize if you didn't like that. But yeah, I do crack my spine. And my fingers. My knuckles. But I can continuously pop my fingers with no cooldown. Dude! Yeah, no, I gotta wait for the cooldown. Oh, Mad's over. Welcome back from Mads. A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. On command? Dude, that's powerful. That's a flex. Actually, I don't know if it's a flex, but it is powerful. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. No one pulled me out of the trash. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. I'm in the trash! But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? Same Vel, but my wrist. Dude, I can only... It's like, I can constantly pop my, like, left wrist, but my right wrist does not do that. Like, it's a 50-50 on if my right wrist chooses to pop or not. But, it is what it is. No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. Good friend? Girlfriend? I can do that too. Damn. Val built different. Val built like Legos. I remembered all too well what had happened. I love the little chibi face that they give Chihiro here. He looks really cool. Or, he looks really cute. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Oh, what the fuck am I clicking? Oh, I should save, that's a thing. Okay. I have been streaming for about 2 hours now. I'm gonna... Maybe I'll go for the 3-hour mark. Maybe I'll do 3-hour. So that I have less time on the 6th trial. Or when I do the 6th trial. What can I look at here? Okay, 4th. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Alright. This is a desk. Glad you figured that out, Makoto. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. That's a rocket. A rocket? Rocket mentioned? Rivals reference? And a tank? Tank? I'm gonna stop. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. The star pilot may not have been so good. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Makoto, maybe you're just weak. Have you considered that? Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Marvel Rivals reference in my Danganronpa? Who put that there? But that was pointless. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Dunno, Makoto. You gotta lick it to find out. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because... find out, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm still alive. How do you know that? Fuck around and find out. That's what I like to say. Chug 'em all. My motto in life is fuck around and find out. And eventually you'll get somewhere. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was... go to sleep. So base. This is the first base decision that Makoto has ever had in this entire game. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. Oh my god, Gray! Yo, it's been a hot minute. I don't know if any of my mods are here, so I'm gonna do it. What were you up to? Word. Ooh, Marvel Rivals. How was it going? Were you playing comp or quick play? Hopefully you've been doing good. Oh, if you've been running Marvel Rivals, we should play sometime. I've been playing recently as well. But yeah, I guess it's been a hot minute since Gray has raided in, but yeah, to the new people here who haven't seen me before, my name is Pandashi, but most people just call me Dashi. I'm a Celestial Kitsune VTuber who likes to stream RPGs, JRPGs, Viz novels, stuff like that. But occasionally I'll play some other games, and when I'm not gaming, I usually draw. But yeah, welcome. If you got a raid-in run, please feel free to go. You are not obligated to stay here by any means. I appreciate that you even stayed for the raid at all. And if you do happen to stay, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Gray and I are notorious for sharing the same brain cell. And I don't know if I've had it any time recently. Maybe, I don't know. I think he has it. I was playing a new Souls-like demo, which I just beat, and then did Rivals for the last hour or so. Ooh, okay. What's the name of the Souls-like? I turned him into a kitsune during the stream? That's crazy. AI limit. Is it good? Is it any good? Sernibit, hello. It's been a minute. Hopefully you're doing well. On Monday, I played first Berserker Kazan. How was that? Are they good? Oh, and yeah, to all the new people who are here, and have chosen to stay, I'm currently playing some Danganronpa. This is the first Danganronpa game. I'm on chapter 5. I am stuck in the garbage pits. AI limit was pretty good. Kazan was better. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I'll take... I haven't heard of either of those, so maybe I'll take a look. Pardon me. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left. Surprising that Makoto had any strength at all. After not being able to eat or drink. AI limit was very code vein. Okay. Okay, that gives me a better picture. Yeah, both came out with free demos. AI limit was about 90 minutes. Kazan was closer to 3 hours. Holy shit, 3 hours for a demo. That's wild. I mean, I guess if they're free, I could probably take a look. Yeah. Good to hear. Yeah, 3 hours is wild for a demo. And for, like, a good demo, too? Both Souls-like. Yeah, I finally... I finally added Elden Ring to my library, so maybe this is the year I actually get back into Souls-likes. Who knows? I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. That is also what I do. Yo, if you need a coach, hit me up! Guys? Maybe? Yeah, I was considering opening the game eventually. It's still in my library. It's just sitting there. I feel like I've just Been stalling on opening it. I will be a soul senpai. Oh my god, Gray, my soul senpai. That being said, to any of my viewers here, please go check out Gray. Great friend, honestly. Super, super chill guy. Honestly, very similar vibes to how my streams run. And just like overall attitude. But yeah, no, he's an amazing streamer and big on Souls-like games. So you should definitely go check him out. I know a wacky RPG that not the norm if you want to hear. Of course, yeah, no. I'm very huge on like JRPGs, RPGs. And like general like indie games as well. So if you have any like recommendations, you can also check out the list of games that I have in my about. And I think that'll give you a good idea of what kind of games I play. Okay, I will lurk, but I must become the greatest PTuber. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I appreciate the raid again. Great. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna try pop in sometime. I feel like it's been a minute. I feel like I lurk in your streams a lot, but I haven't said much. But yeah, thanks for the lurk, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a good night. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. That was such a comical noise. It was just like straight into the ground. No, but nothing else. Terrorbane. It's an indie RPG game where the story is not the end, you go over the story. Where the story is not the end, you go over the story over and over collecting bugs trying to find the true ending. That sounds so interesting. Yeah, no, I do like games like that. Plus I'm also a roguelikes fan, so let me look it up real quick, because I do like looking at Terrorbane. Oh, interesting. I wasn't expecting a pixel art style. I'll take a look. Thanks for the recommendation, though. Oh my god, the flashbang. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. When the garbage does the fusion dance. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Trash? I'd assume trash. We're in the trash chute. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece? Giant piece of trash? Rude. It's a woman? There's a girl in the trash? It's Kyoko. I'm not stupid. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Oh, I love the detail that she's covered in ramen. That's really funny. What does that say? Cup Goku. Does that say Goku? I'm assuming that's a G at the end. It's a Goku big. What is that? Don't know what that says. This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. Yeah. Her reaction is not what I was expecting. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash. Then faced me again.
Hey.
Oh, Shadowy Saber. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Do you have any, like, preferred nickname or anything? Or is it... Do you just go by, like, Shadowy or something? Let me know. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Damn, she bought bread and water down here? How do I know it didn't touch the garbage? Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Dude, he's feral. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Why? I did not need the narration for that. Some call me Shadow, some call me Saber. Noted. Shadow? The hedge? Sorry. That really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. So did you just come down here to bring me food? We're not gonna talk about anything? Alright. I see how it is. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. No. To atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
Yeah, boy's not that stupid. But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Yes, and that reason was... Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came to do this... Oh, sorry, the noise... What I came to do to this school to do. Sorry, I can't fucking read. Stinksune? Ghost? What's up, Ghost? How you been? Thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just playing some Danganronpa. I am currently in the trash chute. Hi, hi. Am Lork. Thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. Dying in Faz. Nice. I hope you catch that, Ghost. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. And that reason is... So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak? I feel like all of us had a reason to come to Hope's Peak, didn't we?
Indeed.
To go to fucking school? That's right. At least I did. Once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. That is possible, Makoto. There is something called amnesia. Amnesia? As she said. Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? I blacked the fuck out. The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Classic trope. But why would they want to do that? To fuck us all over, dude! There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind's actually one of us. What? Makoto! Ah, Makoto, you were doing so well.
Correct.
And now you're stupid again. Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? She's got a point. The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, among us, sorry. Immediate thought process. Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just my intuition, but I don't think it was your intuition. I just think it was Makoto does not seem smart enough to be able to set up all of this. I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the master... Protagonist moment? Protagonist moment? I don't know if it was just me, but... I'm just an ordinary kid. Sounded like some Disney line.
Understand.
Do you? Finally?
Understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Never. Oh, yeah, it was nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? I'm not used to relying on others. We love smart, independent women.
Correct.
But also, she's starting to rely on other people, which is great. I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Am I supposed to talk to her again? What the fuck? They just ended the conversation right there. Okay. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember. But at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my... Why did they split up the conversation like that? They just, like, ended my conversation and then made me click on her again to continue the conversation. They could have just made that one entire connected I'm just gonna shut up. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Which makes a lot of sense. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Somebody? You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What in the Star Wars plot is this? What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out... This is a new track that I have not heard at all in the rest of this game. I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko's dad? Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? That was a hard thing to say for me. Then that explains... When Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. Oh my god. The face. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now. Of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map? Girl, she had a map to the school and didn't tell us.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remember that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there. I like how she's telling the story and, like, I haven't even seen the second floor of the dorms.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. Yes? So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever is going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. How so? What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Oh my god, are they gonna make me talk to her for a third fucking time? Just clicking on her? Why didn't they make this one full conversation?
however,
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Oh, I meant to fucking click on that. I was so preoccupied with investigating that area, it was unforgivably careless of me. I had to click on that to
however,
progress. There we go. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... Oh, Kenime! Thank you for the hydrate, air hydrate, and big stretch, bro. I need that big stretch. My spine. My spine. Not a spine. Oh, and the hydrate. Let me do that real quick. Hopefully you're doing well. How are you? Sorry, my phone just went off. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. I'm just playing some Danganronpa, and I'm currently in the trash chute. Well, the trash pit. To be honest, I actually don't really know where I'm in. I just know that there's a lot of trash around me. Everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. I'm good. Was just celebrating Chinese New Year with my family. I hope you're loving Danganronpa. Yeah, I've played through the games before. Or at least not all of them. I played through the first one and then half of the second one. And then I never touched Danganronpa again after that. And so, back when the Nintendo Direct, previewed, what the fuck is the name of it? Tribe 9? Oh, and 100 Line Defense Academy. I was like, holy shit, I never thought I would see the Danganronpa art style in, like, 2024, but here we are. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll play Danganronpa again. And that's what I'm doing. Have you played Danganronpa before? Also, happy Chinese New Year. And to anyone else in the chat who celebrates Chinese New Year, happy Chinese New Year. I personally don't celebrate, but I have a bunch of friends who celebrate the Lunar New Year. And honestly, occasionally I just get food from my friends because of that. That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other
All of them
words,
except Ultra Despair Girls. Ooh, nice. Yeah, no, I have a general idea of how the rest of the games go, based just like osmosis through like other people and watching other people. But yeah, I've never actually played through all of them myself. So I was thinking of just doing this as a series. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Yeah, if you didn't fucking protect me, it could have been me. That new title spike Chunsoft are trying to work on just isn't hitting the same. Really? I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
Dude, you were literally almost stabbed while you had a fever. Bro. You were literally dying in bed with like 4 layers of clothes on, and you saw just a random person with a mask on walk into your room and steal your knife. And you were like, I could have been the victim? Bro, you almost witnessed yourself get stabbed. Heck yeah, we love Danganronpa, not actually being in it, though. That'd be horror. Honestly, as much as I love to clown on Danganronpa for having like some of the stupidest roster of characters I've ever heard in my life, and how dense Makoto is, holy shit. It is a staple of its time. It was a... You either knew somebody who had a PSP who played Danganronpa, or you played Danganronpa on a PSP yourself. And I was one of those people. Do you mean... Makoto, what else do you think I meant? Makoto. Makoto! During the nightmare? It was not a nightmare! I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. Is that the Grim Reaper? Sorry, I immediately thought of the Fuka line. That ability naturally draws me into cases. Just like this. Girl, you were logical up until you said that.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. Gotta go back to work now? Just wanted to say hi. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for dropping by. It actually means a lot. I hope work goes well. Thank you for the lurk. I hope lurk is good. I hope work goes well. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was that ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but that doesn't create another contradiction. The mastermind wanted to use the class... Doesn't that make another... Sorry, I can't fucking read. The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair! The other ultimate despair? Oh my god, there were 2 of them?! There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago. Every time they reference it, it's the stupidest title, and I never take them seriously. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
It would seem
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then
indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That sounded so unserious. I'm so sorry. I forgot how silly the writing is. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5 comes to an end. 6 students left. Oh my god, I always forget that the to be continued is in like the ugliest font I've seen in my life. Dream Island Rocket. Yes, I would like to save. Yes. They never explain it, only hints at it in all the games, which I find an annoying tease. I think that's the other thing. It's just like they say something so obviously relating to something else, but then it takes like a whole hour or two to actually get to why what they said was applicable at all, even though you already know what the answer is. It just like stalls out for so long. Dashi, I gotta head out. I'll talk to you later. Oh yeah, of course, of course. I hope you won against your homework. Have a good night, and thanks for dropping by, Zong. Appreciate it. Alright. I think this is a... Actually... What time is it? Okay, I can probably keep going for a bit. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Dude, we've been standing in the trash for like at least an hour. Do you have a way out? You have a key, girl. You have a master key, don't you? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? That one thing? Why'd you reference it like that? We know there's no cameras in the trash pit. There can't be any working cameras in the trash pit. Monokuma's quote-unquote secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. Me and my prized possession, my Monokuma-shaped key. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? I'm assuming we click the door. Hey, Kyoko. We can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Me emerging from the garbage. I feel like that's how I feel every morning. Finally. We're finally free. No, we're not. When I said I can almost taste freedom, this is not what I meant. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Well, I'm gonna head out. I lost interest in Danganronpa. Honestly, that's how it does feel sometimes. I appreciate the follow, and thank you for coming in through that raid. I appreciate it a lot. I hope you have a good night, and it was a pleasure meeting you. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Bro, how deep is this garbage pit? The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm kind of getting nervous. Makoto would totally slip. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. This is such a funny way to display them talking. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride? He's saying pride like he doesn't know what that means.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. The conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. I respect that, because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Oh my god, I forgot how horribly edited this computer is. Okay. Before I came here, when I was assuming is what that's supposed to say. When I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up on some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true kitty-gitty detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What?
I...
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Then why did you come back here? Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in the line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However,
but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. God damn, alright. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. I agree with Makoto in this moment. I feel like this is the most she's talked in like any segment. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him, and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Honestly, pretty wise coming from Makoto. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Just Makoto's ass just right there. Okay. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. What the fuck am I looking at? Do I have shit to look at in this room? I'm assuming I just gotta talk to her. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. It's the trash room, the dump, in other words. But to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen anyone throw anything away down here. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you help me so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. Yo, Monokuma, get your ass over here. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before, what does it mean?
so
He says what does it mean like he doesn't know the meaning of any of those words, not as in like he just doesn't know the context of the situation. The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we could talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. Still a little... super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay. I'm debating on if I want to save here or if I want to continue. I'll continue for a bit. Let me go to the gym. Let me save, actually. I wonder if I'm able to see anybody else on the map. Well, this is where I have to be, so...
Well now.
That is not what that says. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will he do? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that could come to our... of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Oh, I keep forgetting this is live broadcasted, holy shit. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Guys, the themes of the game, despair and hope. Of course you could say, we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair, fair and square,
that's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry. Sup, stinker? Oh my god, Lancer, hello. Howdy, how was your move? That was like a while back. Actually, I can't gauge time very well. Time is an illusion. But how have you been? Hopefully you've been doing good.
What's wrong?
I'm just trying to finish this little part so I could get to the 6th class trial. Well, good enough. Good enough is always good. Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now what you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? Viewers at home? Verdict? Just chilling? At an obscene hour doing solo karaoke. That is honestly a vibe, though. Because that's me a lot of the time, not gonna lie. Pardon me. Also, you would be a good voice actor. I appreciate it. Thank you. I do love doing silly little voices. And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Oh my god, okay. Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed? I don't know why I said that as a question. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's plying around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you. Honestly, very true. I appreciate it. Honestly, one of my goals is to be a voice actor.
it's
So
true.
it do be fun when I get to play Viz novels and voice the characters like this. That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that. Wrong voice. I remember that, for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? His little fucked up laugh, oh my god. I want to punch him. I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say about you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable, and we're only saying that now?
Hey!
Leave me alone, get out of here. Okay, I'm going, You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. The super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Oh my god.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. That's a lot of poo-poo-poos. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Oh my god, it's like eerily silent. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. No, she literally said she was returning a favor. You're not in debt. Okay. I think that is a good stopping point now because that essentially, quote-unquote, like, starts the investigation. So I'm gonna end it here because it is getting pretty late. Just real quick. Where the fuck is my chat screen? Alrighty. I should probably raid into someone, right? Let's see if I know... Where's my phone? See if I know anybody to raid into. As I look for somebody to raid into. Pardon me, sorry. As I look for somebody to raid into, Dashy plead emoji done so soon. It do be getting late. Ugh, okay. I'm probably gonna be streaming maybe Friday, I don't know. I can probably honestly finish this game if I just did one more like last final push. And I think I'll be done. But I'll see because I have been itching to play some Persona, so I might go back to that as well. I'll take a look. Funny enough. Uh-huh. I have to play this game very soon. Have to? Have to? Is that so? Yay! 3 stream streak? I appreciate it, Ghost. See. The response in Spanish, I appreciate that. Any reason, or just like... It's on your list, or something? But yeah, I might be back on Friday with a stream. Not completely sure. If I'm not back on Friday, I will most likely be back on either Saturday or Sunday, to either finish up this game or play Persona. It depends on how I feel. I'll see. Yeah. Who do I want to raid into? Oh wait, Ghost, are you streaming right now? What if I just raid into you? I feel like Ghost, you are streaming right now. Oh, I don't know. He might have me tabbed out. It's okay. If he has me tabbed out, it'll just be more of a surprise. Alright, I will join in the raid. Have a good night. Hold up. Let me get the raid prepped. We're just gonna raid into Ghost. That's gonna make it easier for me. Raid message for followers, and then the raid message for subs. Slash raid. Oh my god, he has such a long username. Hold up. Ghost Reaper 671. Alright. We're gonna be raiding into my friend Ghost. Go check them out. Super chill guy. Very fun. They're currently playing Phasmophobia. That being said, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Probably either on Friday when I'm scheduled to stream, or on Sunday. I will see. But yeah. Once again, thanks everybody for showing up. I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a good night. Alright. Bye-bye!